Hi guys, wow, we're finally into October. So, decided we're going to do Sonia Choquette's Trust Your Vibes deck this week. It's quite well requested actually, this one, and I haven't done it for a while, so going back to good old Sonia. Now, I made some new friends over the weekend, as you can see. I have my little Halloween gonk here and my little cat with a witch's hat on. Both presents from friends that I got over the weekend, so that was really nice. And thank you guys. So let's see what we're being told for the week ahead. Let's see what is going on in the world, shall we? Okay, so excuse me, a bit of a frog in the throat today. I started sneezing last night, just have not stopped, so I'm guessing I've got a little bit of a cold. I feel fine within myself, so nothing horrendous, I don't think. You obviously jumped out for a reason, so we'll leave you on the top. Okay, so the cards for this week are Clear the Path. All right, so what's stopping you getting what you want? Overwhelmingly being told here that you're in your own way, you're overthinking everything, you're overburdening yourself with things that don't need to be there. We don't always need clarification, clarity. We need to trust. We need to trust the process. We need to stop overthinking, and we don't need all the answers. So we can just literally get out of our own way and carry on where we should be, because we're on the right path. But because we're overthinking it, and there's so much around there at the moment. You know, you can read something one week and it'll be totally contradicted the next. Trust your gut. Really, honestly, trust your gut with everything that is going on at the minute. There's so much in this life. We live in a very commercial society, unfortunately, and there is so much we think we've got to do and say and be just to keep up with the Joneses. But really, the only person you need to be is better than the person that you were yesterday. You don't need anything else, honestly. You need to get out of your own way and start giving yourself some space, start giving yourself a bit of slack. You know, just honestly stop being so hard on yourself. Second one today is make a note of it. So all of the things that are going on at the minute, we're kind of taking it for granted that it's happening and it's supposed to, but it's kind of saying to me, actually, there's more going on than we realize here. So if I'm not saying, you know, we need to be diarists or anything. We're not Samuel Pepys or Anne Frank over here. You know, it's we need to just anything that stands out, any dreams that you have, any songs, any snippets of conversations that you overhear, make a note of them, jot them down, because there is going to be something in there that's going to lead you back here. That's going to literally twig a memory or deja vu or something like that, and it's going to start helping you clear the path, because again, you're overthinking it, you're getting too deep in it, and you don't need to. That there is no need for as much going on in your head as there is going on in your head, if that makes sense. So start writing it down, start getting it out, and that'll help you make sense of what is going on. Okay, so feed your spirit. What have you done lately that lets you grow as a person? That is really the question here. Feeding your spirit is something that allows your inner you or your higher you to feel like you've achieved something, even if it's just that book that's been on your to be read pile that you keep putting further and further and further down. Read it, stop putting it off, because there is something in there that you need. Again, we're going back to the making a note of it again. It is all sort of linked up again this week. It's quite often we have separate readings, don't we, for the week, but I think this is all kind of very much linked in together. There's a lot of pink going on here and a lot of oranges. So it's heart and sacral chakra time. Some people say the heart chakra is green, some people say it's pink. Yeah, pink is fine by me, green is fine by me. So whichever you work with, that's what we need to be doing. So we need to be feeding our spirit, we need to be feeding our soul, we need to be making a note of everything that is going on, because we're in our own way, we're not seeing the wood for the trees effectively. Like that, we've got so many questions, but actually there is only one answer. It's just that we're asking the question in different ways, and we don't need to be. We don't need to be asking the same question over and over and over again. It's banging your head against a wall and expecting somebody else to have a headache. It's self-sabotage at its finest this week. I'm kind of wondering what's going on astrologically now. I'm not really in tune with that. I'm part of a moot and they do post it daily, and yes, I read it, but whether or not it sinks in is totally another matter. So anyway, on to the card that went to the top. So we have Be Generous. A lot of blue going on here. So communication, again, a lot of green. So heart communication. Who knows? Being generous with yourself, cutting yourself some slack. It's not so much being generous with other people or to other people, but being generous to yourself. I think this is a lot of self-care going on this week with these cards. So you've got your clear the path, the make a note of it, feed your spirit, and be generous. And I do think this, excuse the candlelight there and the reflection of the card, I do think a lot of this is cutting yourself some slack, because it's almost as though you're beating yourself up over something that wasn't your fault. You're taking the blame for things that aren't you, and you're just letting it happen instead of turning around and going, actually, hang on a minute. Do you know what? Credit where it's due. This was not me. All right, this is down to somebody else. This is down to something else. This is down to circumstances outside of your control, which is why you need to be doing things for you this week. You need to be generous to yourself. You need to feed your spirit. You need to start noticing all the little things and writing them down and finding the synchronicities. And harking back to last week when we had the synergy card, I think a lot of this is to do with the flow, because it's very much a sort of a top, middle, and bottom of the body, flow wise, for your chakras. And a lot of it is about finding your own flow, feeding your spirit, feeding your soul. It's all part of it, and it's all part of the self-care that we need to be giving ourselves. But we do overlook ourselves in favor of other people. We give other people our time, our energy, our whatever. We need to stop this. It's time now to actually be drawing your energy into yourself, and because of that, it's going to clear the path. It's going to start making you see that the things that you've been doing that are just repeating and repeating and repeating are actually, they're not helping. They're not helping you move on. They're not helping you step away. They're not helping you go anywhere in the path of life. And don't beat yourself up about it. All right, I mean, we all do it. We all overthink. We all get wound up in our own heads sometimes. But this is your wake up call. This is the reading that says, hang on a minute, we need you to stop now. All right, we need you to sort yourself out. But don't be hard on yourself while you're doing it. All right, we know everybody, gets it wrong once in a while. Heck, everybody has done at some point, and everybody will do. It is just one of those things. So being generous with yourself, feeding your spirit, making a note of anything that comes up, whether it's conversations or thoughts and feelings, anything you think is going to be relevant, because it will be relevant, totally relevant, and it's all going to help you carry on the path that you're on, because it's the path that you're supposed to be on for this soul's journey, hence the feeding your spirit, feeding your soul. So you need to be able to get back onto that soul path, but do not, whatever you do, beat yourself up over this. Okay, it's something that you needed to go through, but just be aware of it and stop letting the cycle repeat itself. Okay guys, that's all I'm getting for now. I will sign off for now, and I will see you next week. Thank you to all my new TikTok viewers, by the way. 1,800 views last week. Thank you very much. That is amazing. Please give me a like and subscribe and a thumbs up and whatever. And I will see you next week, guys. Bye for now.